That's nice. We are live.
We in, we live,
we're live, and it's live, and it's Memorex.
Okay, well, hello world.
Hello.
Here we are. Nice chilled intro start to the show.
I like that chilled. It's been a hot day here. It's been a hot day.
Show off.
Yeah, well, it's why? What are your temps there?
Oh man, no, it's not that great. It's been chilly here, and we've had some stormy weather. So yeah, it's not been terribly warm, but we've got some decent weather coming at the weekend. But yeah, you guys have had much better weather than we have for sure.
Well, I don't know about that. Yesterday, like I said, it was like almost 45 most of the day. Today was almost 90. It was like 85 or something today, and that's why I like come home and I cut my hair, shave my face, cut myself shaving. Because it's like when I'm working outside, it's like if my hair's too long, if my face, it's like you sweat more. It's like, that's worse.
See, again, rubbing it in, cut my hair, all right,
yeah.
I get it. It's like, fine.
I was thinking of going the full bald.
Well, some of us are born to lead, Deej, others to follow. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. God only created a few perfect heads. The rest he covered with hair.
Well, there you go. I did not like to say. But there we go. How's your week been?
Good. Yeah. Keep him busy. Very busy. I don't have to keep busy. John texted me. John texted me a screen grab.
Thompson or Saccone?
Our buddy John. Screen grab. Let me see. Let me see. I don't have it ready to go, but I'll pull it up. John texted me. He goes, this made me think of you. And it's a picture. It says, don't fear the 8-week remodel. Those 10 months will be the most fulfilling 2 years of your life. It keeps getting worse.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, John saw a crazy horror movie this week.
Yes,
I got in 4K that I still have not yet had a chance to see.
I'm
going to this week.
Did.
Oh, have you seen it? Have you?
I did. Yes, I talked to him about it too. I won't even say anything to you about it. There's I could spoil it. I could spoil it by saying something about another movie too. So I won't, and we won't even mention it. But when you see it, we'll talk about it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I did say to him I'd see it for the show, but I ran out of time. And
I liked it better than he did. Like,
okay. Ooh,
yeah.
All right.
I liked it better than he did. I thought it was pretty good.
Loved it.
Yes.
And was like, Steve, you need to see it. It was like, I'm not telling you anything about it, but you do need to see it.
Yes.
So I will be.
I'll have to mention it to Todd. I didn't know Todd had seen it. I'll text him and tell him.
Well, I hadn't even heard of it until Todd mentioned it. He said to me, that we were talking horror movies, and he just said that's one you need to see. So yeah,
I'd seen it I saw it when it came out on Kaleidoscape a while ago, and I was interested in it. And it's one of I didn't expect what I got, but when I did, as I was seeing it, I pretty much I knew the end. I knew the movie. I figured it out, but it's still very entertaining.
Good.
Yeah. So I thought it was very entertaining. So I was like, you want to see how this thing's going to play out.
I'm looking forward to it. I bought it that night. I literally, we're at the table and he said, oh yeah, it's really good. I ordered it from Amazon and in there, and it came the next day. So I do need to see it.
Nice.
But yeah, all right. Well, should we start the show, the Deej, and then we can talk more about the week that was.
Yeah, the week. The week that was.
We are Brightside Theater.
Hey, home theater nerds, welcome to the Brightside Home Theater Podcast. The multi-award-winning giving and receiving home theater podcast. It's all about the experiences, the sights,
the sounds,
The Scenes.
Nice. All right.
That's getting longer, I swear, that intro.
Is it?
No, it's not. I'm only kidding.
By the way, somebody did. The first Freddy has been delivered. It has been delivered and received. Yeah, Keith. He just he literally just texted me. It's on the. I haven't even replied to his text that he replied. He replied. He texted me earlier, and he said thank you for the donkey, just before we were sitting down. And I texted him back, and I was like, "It's a Freddy."
Yeah.
He's like,
well, I'm glad he said thank you for the donkey and not thank you from the donkey.
Yeah, he's like, well, we're the donkeys. So yes, it has been our first Freddy has been delivered and received. So
I was kind of hoping you'd say it was Ryan Coogler who who was texting to say thanks for the Sinners one, but that's fine. Which O'Keefe will do.
Okay, yeah. I mean, he's famous in his own right.
It's that is true. That is true. So Deej, I had 4 days away from my cinema room this week.
Oh, yeah, you said, I got that text. Yeah. Oh, the horror. Yeah, you're at the beach.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, it should be illegal. It really should. It's very difficult, even with the glasses. It still should be illegal having to be away from a cinema room for 4 whole days. So much so that we'll talk about this a bit later. But I watched a movie again that I saw while I was away, just to get the home theater side of it. Yeah. TSG's right. Yeah, you had the glasses right. That must have been hard. You had the glasses. I did have the glasses.
There you go.
And I watched a couple of movies that are not in the show because I watched them on the glasses, and when they're movies, I couldn't really do it. Although, may I say to everyone, just whilst we're talking that, I did happen to catch a Super Mario Brothers movie.
Oh, you did?
One.
How was it?
I can't really say how, but I did. Again, through a contact of mine, very good of them in the journalistic world. So I was able to watch it. And anyone that has seen it,
what's up, Travis?
Yeah, there he is. Anyone that has seen it will know instantly my favorite bit in that film without me even needing to say. So anyone that goes to see it,
do they bash the Fifth Element?
They don't bash the Fifth Element.
Oh,
it's just one line. I can say this. Luigi at one point is giving out radio calls, and he says, and I swear to you now, "Legal Beagle."
Come on.
He says, "Legal Beagle." He says it. I'm like, "Oh, get in."
Yep.
There you go.
There you
Word
go.
is spread.
Nice.
So yeah, watch out for that, peeps, when you go see it. But yeah, so it was nice to get back to the cinema room and catch up.
Nice.
But luckily, I had enough that I'd already seen, so that I wasn't scratching around for content.
Look, we didn't mention this last week, but I do have the image here. Where is it? See, I'm losing images left and right here. How did I do this? There's something wrong with me. I mean, there's a lot wrong with me.
Well, I didn't like to say again.
What the hell? Where did it go? I had it from. Oh, I'm an idiot. I know I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. This is stupid. Oh, there it is. Did I just go past it here? There it is. All right. I had this for last week and said, and thank you, Thrill Cat in the chat. Here we go. Let me pull this up. There we go. I meant to mention it last week. I tweeted about it. This is the Front Row Cinema that Travis is doing with his Thrill Cat on YouTube. And he talks about the music and stuff and how the music works in the movie and everything like that. It's like right up our alley. I tweeted about it. And this one here for Sinners, as we were just saying, when music hits the big screen. So check those out. Front Row Cinema. The music becomes an additional character. And then he uses cinemas. I think he's got another one, or I think he had 2 at the time that I saw. But he's doing a whole series, talking about the sounds. It's like, the experience, part of the experience, right? It's like,
I think I've heard that before somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. So, hey, that's, awesome idea. Well, I don't know where he got that idea. No, I'm just kidding. But check it out. I watched that one on Cinemas. It's awesome because obviously he's a musician, gets into all that stuff, and he gives a breakdown obviously we can't give, but yeah, it's really, really cool. And that movie, the music literally is a part of the movie. That's what the movie's about. So it's really, really cool. So check those out.
Yeah,
check those out.
It's as well character as the cinematography and everything else.
Yeah.
the movie. But oh yeah, no, that sounds very cool, very very cool.
Yeah.
So it's been a good week, and it's good to be back in the theater, as I say.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, and again, glasses. Just again for those, I know we keep saying this, but if you do travel a lot, and as I said, because of this, I did travel, and I was in the back of a car. These AR glasses are very very cool.
Would you get kidnapped?
No, well, no, I wasn't in the
Sounds
trunk.
like I was
in the
traveling.
back of the
I
car.
was in the back of the car. Luckily, I had my
No, by choice, by
trusty-
choice.
Yeah, a Swiss Army knife, so I could undo the back one tail light and see where I
Gagged.
was. Well,
Yeah, no, they are so
what
cool for
the
this as well for
heck?
traveling. Very, very good. You right?
no. Okay. Yeah, I am now.
You okay?
I'm all messed up. I'm all messed
Oh,
up. I
no,
can't
you're okay. You're all
concentrate.
good. But yeah, the glasses again. These glasses are awesome and
Yeah.
so cool for traveling. And again, when you're stuck away from home and you want to see something properly,
Yeah.
big screen.
It
surround
was-
sound, great.
I got to admit, it was weird not getting those like daily updates of like you adding movies. I was like, is he okay? If we weren't texting, I would have worried about you. I was like,
Well, yeah, that's fair enough. But I caught up with The Boys, the new season, and up to date with Daredevil and all that stuff. So it was very cool. And I did see one other film I did see, which I'm going to wait to review it properly again through this contact of mine. Very fortunate. I saw Send Help as well, the Sam Raimi movie with Rachel McAdams in that, which is great.
oh,
So
I
anyone
don't.
that hasn't seen it,
Yeah, another plug. I haven't seen it yet. Pretty sure that's the one that Todd has. He's got a new Base Hunters.
yes,
out.
yes, he
Did
has.
you see
Yes,
that?
that's right.
Send
Yeah, I
help,
did.
right? And he's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
check this out. I saw that on Twitter. I was like, ooh, here we go.
it's
Now that kind of
great.
made me want to see it, where it's like he thinks it's got good base, so he did a Base Hunters on it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's some plane crashes in it and stuff, and there are some storm sequences and that kind of thing. But it's a
Storm
Raimi movie.
sequences. We got some storm
Yeah.
sequences coming up.
We
though.
have indeed. Hurricane Heist.
Yeah,
all is forgiven.
I know it was like practically the same thing.
It was. But yeah, no. The Send Help is just Sam Raimi through and through. It is bananas and so good. I can't wait to see that on disc. We get it in early May here.
Yeah.
But as I say, through this contact, I was able to watch a digital copy of it, and it was very, very fun. So I do recommend that.
Nice.
You'll have a great time with that, and lots to discuss in that movie about gender politics and gender roles and stereotypes and who you have sympathy with and who you don't. And there are different times in the movie that you will feel differently about who's
Each
doing
side.
what to whom.
Isn't that cool?
Mm.
Yeah, I like when they do
Pretty
that.
good.
Where you
Really
yeah,
good.
where you get to see both sides. And you're like,
Mm.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
great.
exactly.
So
That's
yeah,
cool.
Send Help, that one. That's well worth seeing. I think it's probably on Kaleidoscope, DJ. I would imagine that it is.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Mm.
it is. It's let me see. I'll pull it up right here. Let me see. Send. Yep, there it is. Yep. Oh yeah, all the Dolbys, everything. It's $30
Oh, yeah.
right now. It's
Oh,
because it's fairly
okay.
new. I almost bought it a while ago. I was interested in it. It's like, thriller, horror, and I saw the trailer for it, and it didn't feel like a horror with the trailer. It felt
Yeah.
like it was more of a okay, they crash landed, and it's like she's crash landed and with her boss or something, and now all of
Yeah.
a sudden she's like, yeah, you were my boss back there. I think I saw this in the trailer, right? And she goes, you're not my boss here.
No,
I
very,
kind of
very
like
much
that.
so.
I kind of like
Yeah.
that.
Let's just say that the who is dominant and who is submissive changes a number of times through the movie.
Nice.
And it's just a Raimi movie through and through. I mean, the guy that came up with the Evil Dead just goes to town in this. It's honestly, it's great.
Yeah.
And Rachel McAdams is fab. And of course, we know she's lovely because Carl Ellsworth told us she's lovely. So we know she's lovely in
Yeah.
real life because, of course, she was in Red Eye. And she's very, very good in this.
Oh, and Dennis
dude.
Haysbert's in it too. Just looking at the
Yes,
names.
he is, but only at the beginning, very briefly.
Oh, okay.
He's an almost blink and you'll miss him, and then he's gone. It's mainly a two-header between these two.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's great. There's a lot to talk about from that film in the best way.
Cool.
So yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it
so
just
that was
reminded me
everyone I
because
saw.
he's one of the voices in the Darth Maul.
That's right. Yeah, we
series
talked
right
about
now.
it, didn't we?
Yeah, he's a Jedi in that. It's really cool. So.
All right. So shall I say hi to everyone in the chat then?
Let's
There's
do
a few
it.
people in.
Let's do it.
And then we'll then we'll bat on. So we've got so Steve Att was first in the chat. Gotta love the man that says puttering around the model train layout. So go Sheldon, go. Fair play, very cool.
Yeah.
And then we've got Marcus Beebs in saying hola. So hola, ¿qué tal, Marcus? Me gustó mucho verte otra vez. If we're dropping Spanish in.
Oh, jeez. Here we go.
Don't encourage me. Don't encourage me, anyone. Paul Hurt is in. Hey, Paul. And then we've got Old School Kung Fu Film says, hi, everyone. Looking forward to this one. We've got some Kung Fu, some movies, martial arts movies for you, buddy. Yeah. Jordan's in. Hey, Jordan. Paul F's in. Hey, Paul. Saying that he saw Mercy. Got Mercy on our recommendation. Said he enjoyed it. Ooh, lost Deej. Hey, Deej. Come back in when you're ready, buddy. Hopefully you're still there. So yeah, Paul Hurt saying he got Mercy on our recommendation, said he really enjoyed it. So fair play. Glad you enjoyed it, Paul F. Hey, Deej.
Hello. I'm back.
So Captain's in as well. Captain, my captain. Hey, buddy. Jan Hoekstra's in, saying good evening. Hey, Jan. Holger's in. Guten Arbeit. Holger, good to see you. Nice. And TSG is in as well. Local boy. Said just back in time for this. So good man. Oh, Van Cool's in as well. Hey, Jay.
What's up?
Good to see you.
Hey,
and then we've got and obviously we know that Travis is in. Hey, Travis. And I thought I saw.
Did you say hi to?
Oh yeah, Dom's in as well. Bonsoir, Dom. He's
Dom,
in.
And
Centauro. Centauro 74. Hola desde New Jersey, but it says from Costa Rica. So bueno.
Nice.
Otra vez, me gusta mucho verte. Bienvenidos.
Let me check the old pod home. I think, like I said before, we were at 77.
Costa Rica.
We've had Costa Rica for a while.
It's a beautiful part of the world. Lovely.
Oh, yeah. Lovely. I got a buddy of mine. 78. We're up to 78 countries. 78 countries. Barbados is the latest we picked up.
We've got to sort out that world tour, Deej.
Absolutely. The world tour.
All 78 countries in 5 days.
Yeah. Well, you probably could, where they're all kind of clustered in one area. 78 countries now. It's crazy. It's great. And I remember I looked up a while ago. I think we have to hit like 95 or something, 95 or somewhere in the 90s to get half of the world, half the countries of the world.
Oh, now that would just be bizarre, but in the coolest way.
Yeah. I think it's bizarre we're at 78.
It is kind of weird because the spread is literally around the globe, isn't it? So it is.
Yeah, looking at the globe, it's all over the place.
What was that on Twitter? The is it the Twitter bio for the Flat Earth Society? And it says we've got members all around the globe.
Yeah. Yeah, it's wicked funny. It's so funny. It's like, but it's funny because we're talking, like, you say this and it's like, it's literally all around the globe, right? But then you got like Danny Speakers is like 15 minutes away from me, right? I have other listeners in the area that are like, Fall River and stuff like not far away. And you're like, they're right here. And you're like, but then it's like literally the other side of the world, and you're like, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's so much fun. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
And again, I didn't say, so I should say, anyone that is tuning in, for the first time or many times, and if you haven't said hello, then do feel free, drop into the chat, say hi. Always nice to see you. Yep. So please say hi if you are in. Actually, Dom just said,
Soy Tico Pero Vivo in New Jersey. What does that mean?
Yeah, that means he is called Tico. He is Tico, but lives in New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we were in New Jersey. Yeah, but I live in New Jersey. So there we go.
Look at that. I'm just trying to
TSG, you talk about that, Deej. TSG is a local boy to here. Yeah. He and I go to the same theaters. That's how local he is. Yeah. So, yeah. But, it is a small world. A small world.
It is. It's getting smaller by the second. Yep. Let me see. Hit refresh. Yep. still 78.
That's okay. Oh, dang it.
Yeah.
So Dom says, having just jumped in, he said, yeah, he went to see Super Mario Galaxy with the wife and kids and all enjoyed it. Packed theater. Nice to see for a change. So there we go. Dom, just tell me then, if Luigi says legal beagle, which he does in the English version, what's the French for legal beagle? That's what I really want to know. Legal beagle. I don't know. Who could say?
Now you sound like
it's easier that way.
To speak Spanish or something. Or
I think you did all right.
Yeah.
Italiano.
Yeah. I just end it. I put a at the end of everything. Like, yeah. I can't even do it. I can't even. I don't know. It's awful.
We've survived the blind guy thing. Start doing accents and changing things.
If I start doing accents, it's like, I don't know. Can they take countries away once they've listened? Like,
well, yeah,
next
they
week
can
could be
ban
like,
us.
we're down. Yeah, exactly. We've been banned in 78 countries. Look at us go. How many more can I offend?
Got to be done. Got to be done. Got to be done. Alrighty. Right. We have got quite a lot to get through, Deej, unless you've got some other stuff you want to discuss.
No, I don't think so. I probably do, and I'll remember after the show. Like last week, I wanted to talk about Travis's front row cinema. And then the show ends, and you're like, that. Oh, remember last week we were going to do a poll? That didn't take place. I was listening back to the show for audio quality. I'm like, listening back, like, oh yeah, we never asked everybody, but we ended up going late. We ended up talking late. It just. Yeah, we fly by the seat of our pants here.
Well, this is what makes it so fun. Although one thing to say, actually, we did is it the head of Sony today? Their guy, not I keep wanting to say Tom Rothman, but I don't think it is. Rothman's the surname. Talking about asking exhibitors in the US to reduce the number of adverts and the pre-show stuff that they show. So
they have been listening to our show.
Well, yes, the Sony guys have, but then they would because we keep telling them how good they are.
Yeah, how good Sony is.
But
notice JVC isn't saying that.
Well, or what's who are the guys? Who are the who's the projector guys? Not JVC. Your brighter
Barco or Christie
no.
or
who was the one that said that they had the brightest screens, the brightest projector?
Oh, was it Epson?
Yeah.
Epson.
They were ballistic.
No, not anymore. If they ever did, yeah.
Yeah. So CinemaCon's on at the moment, and he in his part of his keynote speech, he mentioned that he said to these exhibitors, look, you stop the adverts, start reducing those. It's too long. And saying people are just coming late anyway, and they're not seeing them, and it's too long, and it's putting people off coming to theaters. We agree with that. It is Tom Rothman. All right, Jordan says it is Tom Rothman. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
For some reason I thought that was wrong. I knew it was Rothman, but yeah. So Tom Rothman, saying that it needs to be shortened. It's too long.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it's part of that's part of marketing and stuff like that. It's like if people are starting out from a negative and you have to overcome that is, you know what I mean? It doesn't it makes sense to me as it was explained to me a long time ago, but most people don't get it. But if you're in a bad mood, right, and it's a scale of like your mood is 0, right? That's just nothing. You don't care either way, right? Nobody likes that, right? Nobody likes that. It's the old Howard Stern thing. It's like, you either really angry at me or really happy with me. It doesn't matter as long as you're talking about me, right?
Yeah.
But 0 is what's the word for that? It's like
apathy,
indifferent,
indifferent.
indifferent. Like you don't know. Like, what do I care about? Like stamp collecting, for instance, right? I don't care, so I'm not talking about it. It doesn't matter to me. That's not good for stamp collecting. You want people to talk about it. I'm not one of those people. I don't care either way. So, but if you go to the movies and you go down to a -5 because of the trailers are so long, any positive stuff gets you back to 0. Now you're going to be, how positive are you going to be? Whereas if you came in and the trailers and, really got you going and you were really excited, now the movie starts and you're only building from there, and like, that's what comedians do too. They have a warm-up act and stuff like that, So it's you froze.
Yeah, you froze for a bit there, Deej. I couldn't hear you.
Yeah. I know.
Okay.
You froze.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I'm hardline.
It's the 78th country, clearly.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a problem. That's the problem. Let me
Mm.
see if I can fix something here. Maybe could be
Yeah.
a million things. So, all right,
Mm.
we'll try it.
But we certainly won't complain about it. You know, if they take him at his word and they do reduce the the number of adverts and all the rest of it, life will be
Yeah.
definitely better for us theatre goers that are there for the movie, not for all the crap that goes with it. And my problem is I've got two problems with that. Is I am pathologically early everywhere I go. I'm never late. I'm the guy that is, rather than be 5 minutes late, I will literally be 2 hours early.
Yeah.
And I mean that's not I assure you that's not hyperbole either. Or and so I can't get there half an hour after it begins because that just doesn't sit right with me. So I've got to be there before the program begins, even though I know there's half an hour of rubbish to come.
Yeah.
So it hurts me in two ways because one, I've got to be there early, so then I've just got to see it. And then I am classically the person. By the time the movie starts, I've had, that's it. I'm annoyed now. I'm irritated. The adverts were just rubbish. The trailers I've seen, and the film absolutely has to work that much harder to then gain my enthusiasm again, as you say.
Yeah.
Which is why when we see movies at home, I'm famous for it. It's I much prefer to see them at home. And by the time, and the number of times I've seen a movie in theaters and really disliked it, got it at home, watched it in a much better environment, and then enjoyed it. It happens all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And what's funny is it's the remember the days when you were dying to get to the theater for the trailers? Like you couldn't wait, like you wanted to see the trailers because that's the only place you could see them. And now you just don't have that anymore. It's like, because it's really not the movie theater's fault. That's, the world we live in. You can see everything online. You've seen everything. You've got it on Twitter. You've got it on social media. You've got it on your Apple TV there. The access to these things takes it being special away. And we said that. I mean, we've talked about it on the show. Like a good thing they could do was like say only these trailers will only be played in theaters. And then you don't have to reduce the trailers, just reduce the access. Yeah. And you wouldn't, if it was a half hour of awesome trailers, you wouldn't care. It's just, I've seen this at home. I've seen this. I know this one. It's not exciting to me anymore. It's like,
no.
Well,
now tell me this. I don't know if we have asked this. We might have done, and if we have in the chat, then forgive me, and same with you, Deej. Tell me this. Okay, so you're looking on your listings, all right, for your movies. Okay, and you're looking at, and there's a movie that you want to see enough to go to the theaters to see it.
Yeah.
If there are if the movie has got two identical start times in two different screens, let's assume though that the quality of the screen is the same. So we've got a control experiment here. Okay. Yeah. So tell me this, if one of them is say $15 a ticket, all right, and that's got your normal trailers and everything else. If the other one is $25 a ticket, but there are no adverts, no trailers, go straight into the movie, which are you going for? And in the chat, feel free to join in with that because I'll be curious to know what people would do. Would you pay $10 more? Because that's the argument.
No trailers, right?
Yeah. So that's
commercial
the argument,
free. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So would you pay the extra $10?
Right now? Yeah. I would now.
Not right now. You're on the show, Deej.
No, but I mean, I gotta go. I'm about to see a movie with no trailers. But yes, I would in this environment right now. I would do that, but they would be. And here's what's funny is they would be smart to do that right now, right? And then because one, that's a way to generate more money, and it's a inherent pull too. How many people are willing to do that, right? And you want to save a few bucks, you got to watch these trailers. And then what would end up happening? They would add in commercials. What more can we get away with? And how much do we have to piss them off before everybody's paying the $10, right? So you get that. And, but what if all of a sudden, then they add the restrictions, meaning they restrict movies to only have the trailers played at the movies. Now I might, all right, I haven't seen that yet because I paid the $10. They could actually make us like, seesaw back and forth on that, but they're not doing anything about it.
Yeah.
You know, and that
Also-
Sony's taking, and I appreciate Sony doing it, but that's the easy way out of just being like, I just play less. It's like,
Yeah.
let's get creative with it and let's make it so that, you know, it's an engagement between the consumer and the studios and the theaters, right? Instead of just being
Yeah.
like, we're going to cut it all out for you. And now you can't, no, you want a fun experience at the theater, you know?
Mhm.
So, but yeah,
Yeah, I
I'd
mean,
pay
I-
for
I-
$10 now.
Yeah, me too. I would too. I would happily pay for that to just get straight in and still be there half an hour early. But
Yeah.
I pay the extra for not that. But I think we're in the minority here, Deej.
Oh, really?
So we've got man, I'm surprised. So we've got TSG wouldn't pay the extra. So fair play.
Yeah.
Paul says he likes the commercials and trailers. Paul, now come on.
I just don't want too many. Yeah.
Which is fair enough. Fair enough.
But it's the warm up. It's part of the cinema ritual. And
yeah,
I
which-
agree.
okay,
It used to be, I wanted them to play here, right?
Mm.
I wanted that experience. I wanted the Dolby Digital train. I wanted
Mm.
all that at home. Now I'm like, no, they've overdone it and they've worn out their welcome.
They have said, and Steve At saying, I'm just coming late to the trailer loaded movie, reserve seat ticket in hand. Fair play,
Yeah,
Steve.
Exactly.
Jordan, he's with us. Rather pay $10 less given how many films I watch. Actually, Jordan, before I read the rest of that, that's what I was thinking, because I know you see
Right.
a lot of movies in a week. So that would have been quite good. Holger saying no extra $10. Fair
Yeah.
play. So Jay says, Jay Van Gaal, if you pay for no commercials or trailers, would you have better seats? Now, the screens are the same. This is a controlled experiment here.
Right.
Screens are the same. It's literally paying for no trailers, no adverts.
Right.
Would you pay for that? And obviously, Travis says doesn't mind them. I used to go early to get a good seat. Now you don't have to. Yeah, but I can't help myself, Travis. I've
Right.
got to be there. early.
Yeah.
I honestly can't stop it.
Yeah.
TSG, Taylor's old as time. Worst thing is those people who come in 5 minutes after the movie has
movie.
started.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm with the Alfred Hitchcock version of that. Once the movie starts, no one
Right.
will be admitted. That's how it should be.
Yeah.
And Old School Kung Fu Film says I'd pay extra and I'd know when the film starts. Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
get that. Absolutely. Or then again, they can let us know how long the trailers. You can come at the right time. Yeah, they do. Some theaters do that. In fairness,
Yeah.
But again,
But that's exactly. That's if you're paying the $10, you're actually, I mean, you don't have to pay the $10. Just show up 20 minutes late and save yourself and you're doing the same thing, right?
yeah.
But to that point right there, it's like you don't know. So what if they only showed 2 trailers and you showed up 20 minutes late and you're like, oh crap, I missed part of the movie. So there are times when I'm running late and I'm like, oh, all right, I'm going to miss a few trailers and you don't mind. But I think overall what they're doing is it's just a bad image. It's just I mean, the one thing I can say is 100% in the chat, it's not a good experience.
No.
We're not willing to pay $10 or we're finding shortcuts. We're doing this and that. Nobody's saying, even Paul's like, it's part of the experience. I just want less. Nobody's saying like, don't touch a thing. This is awesome. I don't think nobody's saying that. It's like, it's got to change.
Yeah, well, Paul, I think he said he actually edits trailers and commercials onto the front of my movies when doing a movie night with friends at home.
Yes,
So,
absolutely. I've done the same thing. It's like you want to have that. I used to go to like great lengths to make it seem like a home theater, make it seem like a real theater experience. And this is back when it was in my living room on a 32-inch TV, right? And then when I got a dedicated theater, I had like double, DVD players so that you ordered your DVD for your custom theater and you play this and you do that and do all the, I went to great lengths for that. And now it's like, all right, if I can get rid of the FBI warning and I can get rid of the trailers and that and just play the movie, great. That's what I want.
Yeah,
Now you go to the theater and you're looking at 20 to 30 minutes of trailers
it's
on
not
stuff
cool.
you've already seen.
Well, yeah, absolutely. So Holger just says to Paul, I did that, a fourth girlfriend, and she fell asleep during the trailers. And then TSG said,
that's not
"Do you
good."
remember-" No, and TSG says, do you remember when they tried to add trailers to DVDs? Yeah, they did on Blu-rays as well. TSG, they did that as a way they said at the time it was to keep the costs down of the Blu-rays and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
it's the
which is
commercials in the they had commercials to the beginning.
They even sponsored them, like over here for a period of time, like Pepsi or Cadbury's or whatever would sponsor these releases, and then you'd have the adverts at the beginning. Which if you bought the thing, you shouldn't have to sit through that. Well,
that's the thing.
Should be wrong.
Like what Jordan's mentioning here, it's like they included trailers for upcoming films or DVDs, right? It wasn't just upcoming films, but it was also this DVD's out as well from this, from Universal or whatever. But it was before the main menu, and none of your DVD remote buttons worked. Yeah, you were stuck, and that's what they're doing now. If you don't get if you have the on some of the streamers. Once the commercials come in, you can't fast forward. And it's the same. They're doing it to irritate you, to get you to buy something, buy the upper tier without it, because it's like literally the same commercial over and over. You watch a 40-minute show, and it's like it ends up being an hour long because they put in 20 minutes of commercials, and every so many minutes you get that same commercial again. And it's like, do you have hairy armpits? Yes. Here, put this on them. Okay. 7 minutes later, do you have hairy armpits? You're about to shoot yourself.
You'd be like, I did, but not anymore. But I tell you what. Actually, that reminds me of something that I had forgotten. There was a brief period of time when BD Live was still a thing. So when Blu-ray Disc Live, where we put a disc in and it was connecting to the internet as soon as you started, and they did do a cool thing for a while.
The T2 edition was awesome. It gave you all the updates of everything. I don't remember that one. Yeah, well, what they never did it here, but they did over in the US. So if you bought an American disc, you got it. And what they would do is at the start of before the movie began, they would download the new latest trailers of something coming. Yeah. So every time you watched it, if you went a couple of weeks without seeing it and then watched it again, you got different trailers at the start. Yes. And that was quite cool from what I can remember. But that never took off, and they soon stopped doing that. Yeah. But it was quite a cool thing at one point. And I used to quite like the fact that, latest trailers would be there when you went to turn it on. But that soon stopped. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That also, they had the ability to edit the movie too. They could change the movie. Even on the Blu-ray, they add in, they could, because once they access your player, they can upload different scenes to play, flagged at certain times, and you heard about all that stuff. So even physical media was being altered.
Yeah, just slightly insidious. A little bit. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so Jordan says, so that happened with the older UK Universal. Oh, I didn't realize it happened in the UK. Certainly, the only times it happened were on my American discs. But well, there we go. That would be that I could just about get behind. But as long as I can forward them, then it's fine. You stick what you like on them as long as I can skip past them. Yeah. Yep. All right, but there we go. All right, look at that. We put the world to rights.
As best we could. All right.
No one's listening with us, Deej. No one's listening in a position of power.
No. Well, I don't know. We got enough people. People keep talking and passes around. You never know what is going to happen.
True.
All right. Do we want to get to anything?
Go on. You want to. We have a culmination, Deej. We have the culmination.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap up with our Ninja month, right? We'll wrap the show up with that. But what do you want? Months? Has it been months? Yeah, months.
Well, February we started. We're in April.
Was it? Yeah, I know we're in April. I thought we started in March, but okay. What would you like to start with then?
Should we start with our big one, Chris Hemsworth? Should we start with that? Because we were going to talk about it last week and then didn't. So, and I think we've got differing opinions of this.
I don't know. I'm not really sure we do. I really am not. I'm not sure.
Right. Well, there we go. There's only one way to find out.
Yeah, well, I don't know. How is that? How would we do that? I don't know.
Oh, wow. Who can say? Okay.
There you go. Take it away.
All righty. Oh, I think I prefer your picture to mine. That's not my one, is it? That's yours. Oh, actually, no. I think
is that mine? No, that's yours.
No, do you know what? I think that's mine.
See?
Okay,
that's mine. It's got the speakers in it. See?
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, in that case, I prefer mine to yours. Just saying. Anyway,
that was slick how you did that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow, that one's so much better than mine. I like that one better. No, that is yours. Oh, well, looky there.
Oh, well, you know.
He's so slick.
All right,
Not
so-
just your head is slick.
Oh, wow. Ow. Ow. Being besmirched. Right. So.
Yep. You got to duck when you punch, Steve.
Yes. Quack, quack.
Ah, there you go.
All right. So, Crime 101 for those listening.
Yeah.
This is
Exactly. This is a crime.
101 on Amazon Prime.
It's a crappy picture.
And it's kind of weird because, of course, it hit theaters. And it was out there
Did
for a while. Yeah, it did. It did. And then I went to see it in theaters, and it kind of went. And of course, it's now dropped on Prime because it's an Amazon movie, isn't it? So it's it's one of these MGM Amazon co-productions.
Yeah.
And of course, Amazon own MGM now. So yeah, Chris Hemsworth, Halle Berry, Mark Ruffalo, all the Marvel characters find themselves in this. Okay. So let's deal, and it's in 4K UHD Dolby Atmos, which is not always a given on Prime. Even with the added tier, you never quite tell. But that it's got all that stuff, and I think Dolby Vision as well. I think, isn't it? I think so.
Yeah.
So
see, do I have it here? Yeah, it's got all the Dolbys.
Sure? Yeah. There we go. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, great. Okay, so so I have been really looking forward to this because I Hemsworth's great, Ruffalo's great, Halle Berry's great. And generally, Hemsworth in particular is generally a magnetic screen presence. He's got screen presence. He's got charisma. Camera loves him, and generally he's very, very good. And I had been really looking forward to this, and I put the movie on and I watched it in one sitting. And immediately it's like, okay, this is Heat, right? Fine, this is what it wants to be. It wants to be Heat for the modern day, and it's shot the same way, and it's all been done in a very particular way. And I watched it. And for the first, I think, how long? 2 hours, 22 minutes. For the first about hour, I was struck at how inert it was, how charisma-free Hemsworth was, how absolute, just unengaged and flat I felt the performances were, the story was, and I just was consistently thinking, I'm just not getting this. And it wasn't until probably about the last half an hour, that far, that I genuinely started to think, oh, okay, well, now at least I'm entertained. I'm watching this. But before that, it was a slog, and it was not easy to watch. And I got, and even with the last half an hour being entertained, I thought to myself at the end of that, I'm never going to see that movie again. That is one and done for me. It ain't Heat, no matter what it wants to be. Oh, and one character does say to another, let's go get a cup of coffee. Yeah. So, oh God, geez, like really, So I was very unengaged with this movie. And I don't think that's what everyone thinks. What do you reckon, Deej?
I agree.
Oh,
I felt the same way. I felt the same way. I felt like, but here's the thing. It's not Heat. It is Heat, right? Like it's not the same story at all. I was entertained, but you don't have De Niro, Pacino. You don't have all of these people. You don't have, Val Kilmer. You don't have these actors. You don't have it doesn't, I mean, don't get me wrong. Halle Berry, Chris Hemsworth, these people, Mark Ruffalo, I think what actually hurts this movie is they're trying to make Heat with Marvel characters. So our expectations coming in are like, Chris Hemsworth, everything you're describing is 100% true. But I think and again, it's like we were talking earlier about the trailers. It's like you're coming in there thinking Thor, Storm, Hulk, and you're like, yeah. And then when they try to act, you're like, what the hell is this crap? You know what I mean? And it's like, and it's not their fault. I think they do a good job. I think Chris Hemsworth, actually, everything you're describing is true, but I think that's the character. The idea is he's business. It's cold. It's this, it's that. But because you're looking at Thor, and this is the problem actors have of being typecast, it's hard for the audience to separate that that's not Thor. It doesn't have the dynamics, right? This movie isn't supposed to have those dynamics.
Yeah, but he's been good in other movies. He's not just Thor. He has put in, Extraction. I mean, I love
exactly,
that.
but that's an action
very much
movie,
thing.
and
Yeah,
that's
but again,
you know what I mean. So you could
Mm.
separate that. It's like
Yeah.
this is more of this is a drama, and you're coming in.
Mm.
Oh, Crime 101. Even Heat itself. Heat is slow, but it's a slow burn. That when it pays off at the shootout at the end, you're like, all right, this is what it is. But if like today, if you saw Heat based off our recommendation of what an amazing shootout that is, you're going to be disappointed, right? Because you're going into it thinking action, you're thinking this. Even that shootout, like when Todd and I talked about Ambulance, you're like, that movie has a shootout in it that you're like, makes Heat seem silly because it has the dynamic sound, way more dynamic sound than Heat, way more action, the way it's shot. Why, who shot that? Was it Bruckheimer shot Ambulance?
Michael Bay.
Michael Bay. Yeah. And you've got those, his camera has little wheels on it because he gets so low. And it's like all of those shots. The dynamics are amazing, but it's an action movie where Heat is more of a drama. Crime 101 is a drama. And I just think we came into it going, And it's like you'd have to change your mindset to, I think, appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, and it may be, of course, because Hemsworth's character is supposed to be. It's almost like Ben Affleck in The Accountant. I think he's supposed to have some personality defects. I think he's supposed to have some emotional issues. But if that's right, then I think you need to play it in an interesting way. Whereas in this, he was just flat and dull. And I mean, and Ruffalo is a really good actor. He was great in Zodiac. He's great in, he's been in some brilliant movies. I mean, he's an actor. I mean, Spotlight, he's great in that as well. I mean, he's an actor. And Halle Berry is too. They can do drama. But for some reason, this just felt very inert, very flat to me.
Yeah.
And again, halfway through, I'm thinking, is this me? Is it, and I thought it was because, a lot of people seem to really like it. The IMDb numbers are good. So I was really disappointed with the movie, and I must admit, I'm not, as I said, I won't see this again, I don't think. Now, the home theater side of it, I mean, again, it's no Heat.
No.
So yeah, go on. Sorry, did you go on?
I think, for Amazon, I thought it was decent for what they put out. I thought the audio, when they did have shootouts, when they did, you did have some gunfire, you did have some action in there that I thought had good dynamics. I thought the picture had decent dynamics. The cityscapes I thought were good.
Yes.
But again, this movie I felt it's way more of a drama. So I felt like the home theater side of it was more part, and that's part of the movie. I don't think it was meant to have such a dynamically shot scene, movie or dynamic sound, because then that would have, if it got closer to Ambulance, it would have felt weird with the acting that was going on, with the drama that was going on, and even the character of Mark Ruffalo's character and how his arc went. It felt, it did. The entire thing felt weird, but I was entertained. You wanted to see how it turned out. But yeah, if I remember right, I didn't think they fleshed out the characters enough either for a movie that was 2 hours and 25 minutes. Like you didn't really, like, between that Halle Berry and Chris Hemsworth relationship, you're like, how did that happen? Like, why? And then how? And how it actually changed. You're like, how did that? And like, it just immediately, it was weird. It felt, for a 2 hour and 25-minute movie, I felt like there was a part of it in the middle that was a little rushed.
Yeah, they spent a lot of time on Hemsworth and this girl. And again, that was a weird meet cute as well.
Yeah,
and it felt a bit weird as well. It's like, well, hang on. So I thought maybe he's casing this. She's going to become a. It's all a setup type thing. The town sort of thing.
Yes.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, I felt like
but
that
instead,
too.
it's a kind of flat romance that is all a bit odd. And they spent a lot of time building that up. And again, Hemsworth just stone.
Yeah.
her trying everything. You're like, well, why? But why would she not just tell him to go forth and multiply with Anglo-Saxon verbiage, then put up with all of that? So I just, it was weird. It's an odd film, and not one for me that I like I said, I don't think I'd see this again. I don't think I'd buy the disc. Put it that way. I don't think I would.
There's not enough there to change. Like, even if it is a better 4K experience, with Atmos and all that, there's not enough there to warrant it. Like, all right, I got to see that scene over. No. Yeah. Jordan's saying in the chat, he's like, I'm not joking when I say this. Pedro Pascal was originally supposed to co-star with Chris Hemsworth in Crime 101, but he had to drop out due to scheduling conflicts. Yeah, I saw that on IMDb too.
So was Pascal playing the Ruffalo character?
Yes. Yeah, he was supposed to. Yeah, he was supposed to play Ruffalo. And I don't think that would have made the movie better or worse. I think Pascal would have been just as good as Ruffalo. Ruffalo's not. I honestly, the way I get what you're saying, but I don't feel that the actors were the problem. I think it was you know what I mean? I think they did exactly what they were supposed to do. I think the movie did exactly. It's just that typecast thing where it's just like, it sets an expectation coming into this and been like, it's just not the same. Not that I was expecting Ruffalo to run around going, me angry, but because I love Ruffalo in the Now You See Me movies. He's great in those, and it's and I think in this one here, another cop trying, that literally has everything figured out, and kind of was like,
So if Pascal had to drop out and Ruffalo stepped in, do we think it was all around their working on Doomsday? Do you think they were like, look, I've got 2 weeks free. You're filming your scenes now. I'll go do this, and then we'll come back and just swapping around.
Yeah. It's like,
By the way, it's apparently screened to certain people on the in Disney. Some people have seen it, and they are very pleased with it. Apparently,
Doomsday.
Yes, it's had its first screening.
Yeah, I've heard. I've heard great things, and and they aren't done yet.
Yeah, there's some reshoots to do, but only tinkering apparently because they're so happy.
Yeah, but and the way I heard it was the tinkering in situations like this only improve, right? Like when the movie's testing and screening so well, then they go back and I won't say what it is and what I heard, but it was like they'll go back and add more to that, right? It's not like, oh, it came back bad and now we got to fix stuff. This isn't fixing stuff. This is adding more like frosting on the cake, if you will. And it's like,
word is it's testing like Infinity War.
Yes,
so it's just like
exactly. I heard the same thing, Infinity War, and they're like, it's already testing like that. And Infinity War, and this is the one I heard is like when they did this with Infinity War, they added more frosting, and that's why Infinity War did so well, right? So this is already testing like that, which. As you and I are talking about it and hearing about this, and now we're getting out, and now our expectations are raised, right? Which kind of can hurt things. Because then you go like, hey, where's all that frosting DJ was talking about? That was horrible. I was expecting a really good chocolate cake. I got a cookie.
Ruined it with a bunch of crunch.
Yeah. I didn't even get a cookie.
Ooh, which, by the way,
crisp.
After all that last week about Bunch of Crunch, by the way, Rach sent me via Twitter a link to a company over here that does import them. So that's now sorted. So from now on, I should become half Bunch of Crunch.
Half. Yeah. I'll have to buy some. I'll have to buy some more. Get them served up here.
And because it's us, we've got to say, hey, Fred.
Hey, Fred. There we go. Hey, Fred. Yep.
All right,
that's where we get the name for the Freddy. All right.
Ooh, yeah. So I'm glad to hear. Okay, that's good. We're off to a similar start then.
I thought you weird when we agree. Yeah, no, I did not love it.
No. Well, this is the thing. I thought maybe
I was worried you were gonna love it, and I'd have to go into my I get what they did. Like everything I said, that's what I was gonna say. But if you had loved it, I would have been like, this is why I didn't like it, and this is what my expectations were.
Well,
so
there we go. See,
oh well. All right. So we had that. All right. Now, what would you like to do? I've got, how many do I have? Oh yeah, I've got 2 there. I got some other stuff that I could still do. Let me ask you this:
Mhm.
did I ever do this one?
No, you didn't. You were going to. So
Okay,
let's.
so we'll do
Yeah,
that later.
that's
I'll do
great.
that. So why don't you do one? Why don't you pick one, then I'll
Okay.
do one.
Well, let me do then. All right. Well, let me do a quick twofer because it's the same director. So can we
Okay,
start with the one that's the subway car down at the bottom there, third in from the right, fourth in from the right. There that's it. Keep going left. That's it.
this.
Yeah.
Okay,
let's start
what's the other one?
with
So I can put them next to each other.
with
What's
the red writing, red screen on the right hand side there.
Gotcha.
That's it, that one there. Yeah, just double
see
check.
how I can do that? I can put them
Yeah.
next to each other. There we
Yeah, so we'll
go.
do two horror movies in one.
Oh, they're all right. Yeah, I have a question about
What's
the
horror
other one,
comedy?
but okay,
Yeah. Okay.
there we go.
All right.
All
And
right.
this is in date order as well. Okay. So yeah, we're going to do a quick twofer then because these are movies I've watched recently. Holger, you'll love the fact that is written in German. So we're going to do Creep, which is this one, which is on Blu-ray. The reason there are German titles along the bottom there is because I had to import the German Blu-ray. This is not available, as far as I can tell, easily at least in the UK.
German for audio is audio.
Yeah. We'll look at
And
the
bonus.
subtitles.
All
Yeah,
right.
bonus, yes. Also, film tips. So I'm not sure what that, yeah. So I'm
Film
not sure what
tips.
that is. Yeah, I don't know.
Uh,
So
at least it doesn't say
it's,
show me.
sure.
It says film.
Yeah, film, movie. So this
Film.
is Creep. So this is 2004,
We're in
directed by
trouble.
Christopher Smith, who also directed the next movie we're going to talk about. And this is a movie that I love, and I've seen this lots of times, but not recently. And it just came to mind because I watched the second one we're going to talk about in a minute. I watched on 4K disc, and as I want to do, I went on IMDb, and then sure enough, it said, "Oh, directed Creep," and then I was like, "Oh, right, well that's it." Then now let me see if I can find it, and sure enough, there's a German version. However, okay, and Dom's saying it released on Blu-ray in France. Okay, so this is the German version, but it plays in obviously 1080p, but in DTS HD 5.1 in English, and then obviously upmixed to Neural X. You just turn off the German subtitles and away. Because that can be an issue sometimes. So this movie I've seen, as I said, multiple times, including in the theaters. So the story goes: we have a marketing executive who is, and she is going out on the town in London. She's on this hunt for George Clooney, who she's heard is in town in London. And so she thinks, right, well, I'm going to find where he is. And she stumbles, having had a bit to drink, into a tube station, so an underground station. She sits down for a rest whilst waiting for the train, and she falls asleep. And when she wakes up, it's all clear. The station is closed, and very quickly begins to realize she's not alone in these tunnels, and much gore and violence ensues. And that hand on the window there ain't Titanic. It's a very different hand on the window. So things go badly wrong, and it's got Sean Harris is in it. He's and is playing one of these creatures, and it's a really evocative, really dark, messed up movie. And there is a sort of proto.
Love that.
Well, there's a surgery sequence in it, which a woman on a gurney, and then you've got this thing about to operate, and she's wide awake. Now, pre-Terrifier, I would have told you that was horrendous, but once you've seen Terrifier, suddenly this ain't so bad. But anyway, so it's still a great film. It really is a very, it's a lean and mean, nasty little movie, but it's great for all those reasons. And I highly recommend this Blu-ray. So if you want to get the French one, get that, or the German one, get that. Yes, Famke Potenti. Yeah, thank you, Dom.
Yeah.
And then Paul F. Yes, she was in Run Lola Run. That's right, and she's really good in this.
Yep.
So it's a great
Born
film.
Identity. What else was she in recently? She was in something else I just saw.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not sure. You can look her up on IMDb while I'm doing my thing.
Yeah.
I can't remember. She's really good. She's really good in this. And this, as I said, is from 2004. So having bought the disc, and it was only cheap, it was like £11 on Amazon, and that was imported. I'm really pleased to report the disc is a really good one. So decent black levels, decent detail for a 1080p disc. The shadow detail is good. It's not perfect, but it is good. And bear in mind, 2004, of course, it would have been shot on film, and you can tell that through some of the grain, but it's not distracting. The audio upmixed to Neural X is actually really decent as well. There's quite a sequence right at the beginning with two people walking through sewer tunnels, and again you've got water dripping from right overhead. You can hear distant tube trains going. You can all that kind of stuff. It's really well done. So it's gruesome, it's gory, it's really enjoyable. And if you're watching this or listening, and that sounds like your kind of movie, give this a go. I think you'll really enjoy it. So that's Creep. Okay, so that's 2004. So 2 years later, Christopher Smith gives us
all right, here we go.
Next one, which is then Severance, which is 2006. Those that are good with maths.
Yeah.
2004 plus 2 years, 2006. There you go. So this is Severance, and this was his follow-up movie. And this time now, this is 4K. All right, so 4K UHD disc, and with DTS HD master audio again upmixed to Neural X. Now, I bought this on that trip to London. I bought this in a multi-buy deal with a number of movies in HMV in London. And this was before I met Todd and picked up all the others. So I had not seen this movie, and I didn't know much about it. But because it was part of these 3 for £50 thing, I thought, well, this is my time to see it. And it's another horror movie, albeit a horror comedy this time. And we've got starring Danny Dyer, who's someone that no one outside of the United Kingdom would have ever heard of. That's the guy on the left in that picture, who is someone, though, may I say, I have met him. He's a nice enough chap. He's actually quite fun. But he's the sort of the eponymous hero of this. And what we have is a group of inept office workers are going to a sort of an away retreat in Hungary. I think it's Hungary, if I remember rightly. They fly over, they get on this bus. The bus then encounters an issue, and they suddenly find themselves in the middle of the woods being pursued by nasty peeps. And much violence and comedy ensues, but it's very bloody, it's very gory, and there are some fun story conventions that they mess with here. Like in most horror movies, or many horror movies anyway, they start with a little mini story, don't they, of like the end of someone else's movie. Where you'll get a little bit where someone is running through the woods and then they get killed, and then it's kind of 3 days later, or 3 days before, or anything like that. But this film, you catch up to that earlier bit as the movie goes on, which I thought was quite interesting. But it's fun, it's disposable, it's a bit silly, but it's a good film, and it is fun. And I do recommend the 4K disc, because this, by now, of course, 2006, we're shooting digitally. It looks really nice. They shot it in the woods. They've done it properly. It's really, really detailed. It's a lot of fun, and the sound is great as well, because there aren't many gunshots in here. You can see she's got a gun there, but there's not a lot of shooting. Yeah. But there are lots of bones snapping. And so if you want to hear that in Neural X, this is the place for you. But it's good. It's a lot of fun, and I enjoyed it, and I'd never seen it. So at the end of it, I was thinking, this is actually really, really good. So 2 there, highly recommended, and both directed by Christopher Smith. So well worth picking
that's
up.
Different. There's the Apple show too, right? Severance. Is that
yeah?
Right?
Yeah, this is same name,
completely
different. Yeah. Oh,
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I saw you put that in a while ago, and I was like, "That's not the show," and I'm like, "Yeah, I hadn't heard of it," but yeah.
Cool. Yeah, very different. And actually, seeing people saying, so Dom says even better than Creep. Ooh, I wouldn't go that far, Dom. I do like it.
Oh, really?
Creep is more my thing. Yeah, I do like, but it is very good. And Jordan's saying one of my all-time favorite horror comedy. Don't regret getting the really cool 4K release. Yeah, so fair enough. And Paul says, oh, it's this movie. I remember the reviews. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Paul. And then Dom saying it's super fun. So yeah, I agree. It is fun. It is worth seeing. I don't know if it's available on that side of the pond. It's a very British movie.
I just looked it up on. It's not on Kaleidoscape. So
yeah. Oh, okay. I mean, it's an ultra British film with British actors. There's one American actress in it. That's the girl on the right. Although she's doing an American accent, I'm not sure if she's American. I think she is. But everybody else is ultra British. So I think this is
ultra British.
Well, it is. Yes, they are.
Just be British. You got extra British in you.
You've got Tim McInnery in it from Blackadder, and you've got the guy that was the villain in Tomorrow Never Dies, and it's all very, very British.
All right.
Yeah. So
Nothing
Dom says
wrong with
import
that.
it, worth it. Yeah. Well, no, indeed, not quite. But it's just worth knowing if you're an American movie fan and you're looking for
Yeah.
American movies. This ain't it. This is very British, but it's got that British sense of humor. So it is very, very funny as well as ultra gory.
Yeah. Ultra.
So yeah. Okay. Oh, so
We know
TSG says yeah. So sorry, just TSG says I've not seen Creep in ages. We'll need to find it. As I said, it's importable on Amazon. TSG and Severance is available 3 for £50 from HMV. So it's a steal at that. You absolutely do it. You owe it to yourself.
All right.
There we go.
Do you even remember why I watched this? I forget. It just
Which
came
one?
up. The one I'm
Oh yeah.
talk about.
Well, I did review. Yeah, I did review it.
You reviewed it a while
back.
ago, but why did I just all of a sudden just like
war movies?
I can't.
Was this 'cause of
Yeah, it
warfare
might
or
have been
something?
because you know what? I can do a 2 for 2 as well now. So
Okay.
I'm gonna do a 2 for that I think is pretty funny. So all right, let's go with this one. So I will start with the. It's. This isn't new to the podcast. I think I've reviewed it before myself when I did it alone. I think, and you've done it. I mean, if I remember correctly, it won the Academy Award for Best Sound. And it's one of those movies it's a juggernaut of sound all the way through. I mean, I don't know how much more I can say. But other than I did watch it, take it in again. We're talking about Black Hawk Down. From
Theatrical or director's cut, Deej?
I believe it was theatrical. I'd have to look it up which one it is. It was on Kaleidoscape. So let's see, Black Hawk. There we go. Yeah, Kaleidoscape, Dolby Atmos, and yeah, it is. Yeah, it's just the standard. It looks like it's just the standard version. So, but yeah. This is one of those you forget how good it is. And it's what was that from? 90, not 90. It's from 2002, 3, something like that. Early on.
Yeah, it was
2001, 2000. Yeah, it's like
because
I think the first version we had was on DVD.
2001.
Then you get in the Blu-ray because this and it is. It's Jerry Bruckheimer. Production Ridley Scott. I mean, it's amazing. Action film, but it's when you hear, Ridley Scott, Jerry Bruckheimer, but this happened, and then they take it. It's, kind of like you're talking about. I know Saving Private Ryan didn't happen exactly. That didn't happen. They took a story and put it into World War II like that, but this happened. And this is what these guys go through or went through. And you have, I think even when I remember the first time I saw it, Eric Bana's character in that movie, it's like the arc of that character all the way through the movie. You're just like, yeah, that's what these guys, because at the beginning, I've always found him to be not the most interesting because, what's his name too? Tom Sizemore, his character is pretty fun too. Fun, but it's like, but I thought Eric Bana, because at the beginning you're just like, oh, this cocky guy, this, your perspective or perception of him is different. And then by the end of the movie, you're like, the same with Ewan McGregor, right?
Yeah,
at the beginning of the movie, his story arc his character's arc is that you would think being a desk jockey and he's like, he's almost like he's playing it up, right? Like he doesn't want to go into battle and he's like, oh, I can't, I've got this issue. And then all of a sudden this happens. Like, nope, you're up. We don't care about your issue. Well, you got to go. And he embraced it. Right. And then, by the end of the movie, his arc, I think, now that I think of it, it's like everybody's arc is, if they made it to the end of the movie, but the home theater experience is, like, I'd say like no other, but we're lucky enough that we have so many of these. And, it's like Pacific Rim meets Gravity meets, Apocalypse Now. And that's what this movie is. It's like, it has bass galore, between, and I know it's Black Hawk. So you've got helicopter rotors, you got the different helicopters, but it's barely, Black Hawk Down is because it's, that's a creative title of what happened. But then you have the Humvees going through the city. You have the different parts of the city too, right?
Yeah,
The sound, the way the sound changes when you go into that militarized zone, if you want to call it, is like where it's hell in there. And then when they come out, if you're at the stadium where they're staging all of this stuff, the different sounds, the different atmospherics that you're getting out of this movie, the Atmos really, plays that really well. And it had been a while since I'd seen it, probably a couple of years. And if you haven't seen it in a while, take it in again, and you'll get it. Every time you see this movie, you'll get a new appreciation for different things, and you'll have forgotten stuff. But then the home theater side of it is, what is it, 2.5 hours, something like that?
Yeah.
So it's like but you're entertained the whole time, in a good way, bad way, everything. And but yeah, so much fun.
No,
So
it's an amazing movie. I agree.
Yeah.
And certainly from my memory, I'm just looking up the runtime now. From my
I can get it here quick. 224.
Yeah, so 224, but the director's cut adds about another 20 odd minutes to it. So it does add quite a bit to it. Yeah, and again, it doesn't add entirely new sequences, but it does add additions and extensions, and some of that does actually add to the characters. It helps to kind of differentiate them a bit more. It is character stuff. So I do recommend the director's cut, and the 4K disc has both. So you can choose between them. It's a Sony disc
in 4K too.
Yeah. So you've got the director's cut. It's via seamless branching. So you've got the director's cut and then the theatrical version. It's really good. You've got a
crazy huge cast, as Jordan's saying. It's like crazy how big of a cast Black Hawk Down. When you look up who appears in it, numerous actors went on to have pretty big careers afterwards.
Well, there's a very baby-faced Tom Hardy in it, of course, who's in it for quite a long time as well. So he's in there, and as well as Orlando Bloom and all these sorts of people. But it's great. It's
Sam
a good
Shepard.
film.
Yeah, it's like
it's awesome. And obviously, what's his face?
Josh Hartnett.
Josh Hartnett, the guy from William Fichtner, Bill Fichtner, of course, is in it as well, who's really good in this. But it's good. The detail levels are fantastic as well. I mean, if you look at the sequence with when McGregor gets, Grimes, isn't it? Grimesy, when he gets blown up with the RPG. And if you look at then the grit on his eye as he opens his eye and look at the reflections in the eye, and then those little bits of grit in the close-up, it looks awesome. But the audio is great. And at the beginning, when you first get that kind of percussive kind of bass, a beat to the music at the beginning, because that doom, 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 and it just, and the whole wall of the front of the screen, feels like you're just in this giant auditorium again. It just opens out and is so wide. Yeah, it's great. Very.
How about the two that get left behind? They're told to hold the whole
and thing. Yeah,
and Tom Hardy is one of them. Right.
Yeah.
And the other guy that's with him is like, don't do that again, because he keeps shooting the gun and he can't hear. That gunfire is like, I mean, you are in your room and you're like, don't do that again. It's like, and that was, I thought, not a fun, but an interesting piece that doesn't happen in action movies. Like, they're firing these guns and it's like, none of them lose their hearing. None of them have issues. And you're just like, your action movie, it doesn't matter. But here they actually said, like, the guy's like, I can't hear. And then they're supposed to be sneaking down the street. And he's like, where do you want me to go? He's like, quiet. We're trying to sneak.
The other advantage, by the way, the 4K I found is it's also easier to differentiate between the soldiers because of the other detail levels. I think the first couple of times I saw this, it was like, it could be anyone. I'd kind of long since forgotten who was who. But when you're watching it in 4K, and again, the director's cut, because there's these extra character beats, you then find it easier to differentiate. Oh, okay, he's him. That's why he was doing. That's where he was, and that is something that I know they really, really agonized over in terms of, look, we don't want these all to look the same. We do want you to know who is who. But I think the 4K helps do that because you can see them more clearly. Great disc, great film.
So my twofer.
Yeah, well, what's your other one?
My other war type movie. You can call it a guilty pleasure. You can call it what you want. But I do think this should get an upgrade someday because it's a fun movie that, let's just say that people have talked about it and said it's actually closer than you think. And so here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. That's
Good night,
the
everybody.
That's the response I wanted.
Navy SEALs.
Oh God, yes. So yeah, Navy SEAls.
Mr. Briggs.
Mr. Briggs from 1990.
Mhm.
This is from 1990. I have it on Kaleidoscope. I have it. I've owned this in almost pretty much every iteration. It's on HD on Kaleidoscape, DTS Master Audio 5.1, nicely upmixed. It is not a home theater juggernaut. It is grainy as hell. It is. It's not. I mean, I wish it would get a 4K upgrade. We've had worse movies get 4K upgrades, right? I mean, that is not a ringing endorsement of this, but it's funny because I was listening to Charlie Sheen on Rogan, and then I heard he was on over there on Rogan. And I heard them say something about like he was on a podcast, like a SEALs podcast that had been on Rogan. I forget which one it was. So I went and listened to that one as well. And I had heard this before, but it was interesting to hear. It's like there are SEALs that became SEALs because of this movie.
Yeah.
And the SEALs actually, like, these are legit SEAls, right? It's not like this is like the SEALs version of like what Top Gun did for, naval aviation. And this is what, and they say like, this is a ridiculous movie. But what they're saying about it is like these guys, they are that ridiculous. These are the smartest of the smart. They're SEALs are very, very smart people. These aren't like dumb jock type people. You have to be super intelligent to be a SEAL. Never mind the physical condition stuff, right? But the other part was, and the SEALs will tell you, is like, that's what these SEALs are. They're not the big Arnold Schwarzenegger looking guys. And they have Dennis Haysbert's in this as well. So they aren't these big mammoth guys. They're normal looking guys that can do these extraordinary things. And that's what makes it. And the scene where Charlie Sheen jumps out of the Jeep and off the bridge, that was based on a guy that did that they said. And like Charlie Sheen said, somebody came up to him or something like that, whatever it was, and it was SEALs. He was telling a story of being at a baseball game, a Major League Baseball game, in a box with his dad for his birthday. And next to him were some SEALs in a different box, and they ended up hanging out. And it was because of like a movie like this or this movie. And they're like, oh my God, we love, so, but anyways, I have a blast with this. John and I think John and I saw this together in the theaters back in 1990. But yeah, and what do you call what's his name? Michael Biehn. And he was hot off of his Terminator, and he was going to be in T2 supposedly, and barely was, but spoilers, he died in the first one. Bill Paxton's in this, like I said. Dennis Haysbert, who we didn't know at the time, didn't really know him back then, but yeah, I have a blast with this. But I wish it would because there are so many dark scenes. There's so many great scenes that could use 4K, a nice up, even if they did a different, maybe cleaned up the audio a little bit, give a little more separation. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. But you hate it?
I mean, I think I've seen it once. I have to admit, I've been put off it by, again, Dom saying, by Kevin Smith in Clerks. Navy SEALs, I mean, and I've seen it. I think I've seen it a couple of times, if not once. And I remember thinking it was just absolute nonsense. But in an era when these movies could be nonsense. I mean, this was not really a different.
Tom's saying it's in 4K.
Oh, God,
look that up.
Well, there you go, Deej. Well, look forward to that. Yay.
Dom, I think you just ruined Steve's day, because Steve's like, great, I'm going to have to listen to this crap again.
Oh, no, man. But it was in an era like with Missing in Action, had been and gone, where even First Blood Part 2,
it is.
That I don't think is
limited
as these,
limited edition, only 6,000 copies, Navy SEALs, 4K Blu-ray.
So 6,000, and they've got 5,999 left.
Oh God. That's so great,
man. But yeah,
So,
I'm in
yeah,
no
you're
rush to
right.
see
There
it.
it is.
Yeah.
is.
Well, you should pick it up, Deej. You should.
I am. There's only 3 left. So see, 5,997 have been sold. I'm just kidding. It says only 3 left. Free delivery April 17th to the 20th. So it's not shipping to the next day. But I'm not gonna have it. Well, oh no, that's pretty soon. So in a couple days, I may have it for next week. Oh my God. Well, come on, Kaleidoscape. Get on the ball.
Yes, they're Clerks fans as well, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's not one that I need to own. It's not one I need to watch again. I'm happy for it to remain in the past.
Thanks, Dom.
Yeah,
Appreciate it,
bye.
buddy. There we go. There we go. It's like, and well, he said it's only available in the States, so you don't have to worry about it. I don't think you're importing that one.
No.
Yeah.
Like I said, I wouldn't buy it if it was out in 4K here, let alone in the US. And even and honestly, well, if someone bought it for me, I still don't think I'd watch it. It's just not. I don't feel the pull of that film. Unlike ninja movies,
that was a subtle hint. DJ, do not buy that and have it shipped to me. I will.
No one buy that.
Don't anybody buy that for me. I will not. Yeah, I gotta. Yeah.
Although it's still better than The Fifth Element. Let the record show.
So, all right. There we go.
No,
all right. Sorry to ruin your day.
No. Hey, two for. We both did 2 first. That's all right.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. You want to get to? We'll get to this one before we wrap up with our Ninja Month.
Okay.
All right. Now this one here. I'm closer to what you felt about the last one than we just talked about.
Which I get, but that's fine. That's
I think you are too. To be fair, it's like.
Yeah.
You cannot. I mean, we talked about this before. There's no way you could tell me this is like, where's the Academy Award in this?
Oh, it's all kinds of fun.
Yeah. All right. Let's keeping everybody in suspense. Here we go.
All righty. So this.
All right. Who has the better picture?
Yours will be yours. I think.
Same one.
Mine's been cropped. Look, see, I had to crop mine.
Yeah, I got my
really
speakers
quickly.
in there. There's donkeys on each side.
Donkeys to the left of them. Donkeys to the right.
To the right.
Okay, so
right, donkeys, whatever.
So this is Thrash. People listening, in the 4K, all the Dolby's release from Netflix. Hit here last Friday, I think it was, and I saw this movie twice in 24 hours. I watched it on a 50-inch TV.
Twice. And you won't take in Navy SEAls.
Well, yeah, once was enough of that. So I saw this on a 50-inch TV in stereo. Watched the movie.
Oh, that's why you saw it twice. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, quite. So I watched it on that.
Sense.
Then, having got home the next day, I went straight into the cinema room and then watched it properly in 4K and Dolby Atmos and the full kit. So I mean, the movie this is basically Crawl, but with sharks. Crawl was the movie from a few years ago, the Alexandra Aja film with alligators in Florida when the weather comes in and there's flooding and there are alligators. Well, this is sharks, same thing basically, almost eerily.
Bull sharks.
Bullshit. Well, and there's a great white.
And one great white.
And one great white. Nelly. Girl Nelly.
She's pregnant, right? I think.
She is pregnant. She's
pregnant.
Which has a story element.
Yep.
So, okay. So,
we're in
a
pregnant woman.
Never. So we're in South Carolina, apparently, although this was all filmed in Australia. But anyway, South Carolina, big hurricane comes in, Hurricane Henry, which then takes out the levees break, small town floods, and wouldn't you know it, just waiting, it's seemingly just outside the walls of the levees are a ton of sharks that are just ready to let rip.
Oh my God. And you know what? There was one part of this that they didn't, I won't give it away, but you'll know what I'm talking about. They didn't even have to do it. They didn't have to add that piece in. And it was awful. And I was like, why did you do that? That was so bad. The sharks would have, it's water. They would have done it anyways. And because the thing to me is, All right. I'm sorry. I don't want to ruin it. Go ahead.
All right. Well, it's okay. So anyway, so that's the story.
I'll tell you. I'll
And we
talk
have
to you
our parents-
afterwards about it. 'Cause
Yeah,
I was
no
like,
worries,
that's the
man.
dumbest thing. It doesn't even exist, I don't think.
No, quite. So we have then sharks are there, and they're attacking everybody like they're piranhas, not like sharks.
Yeah.
And so
Well,
we
they
then
they
get-
did try to give it some backstory, though, right?
yeah. Well,
with,
kind of,
Digimon,
but they're not. Like
how do you
that.
say his
They don't-
name? The
The German Honsu. I always
yeah,
say it wrong.
Dijon
Yeah,
Honsu.
yeah,
Yeah, he tries
yeah.
to explain why the sharks are acting the way, like
But
that's
they don't.
natural.
But they're not. Yeah, none of this is realistic. I mean, that's not how sharks behave. They're actually very timid creatures, and they're so sensitive. They won't go near like loud noises. It's just not
Yeah,
what they do.
and they don't eat kids. They don't like the taste of them.
That's it. Yeah, quite,
I love
yeah, that's it. Yeah, the sweet ones, all good.
Yeah, exactly.
So what we get is this thing, and I must admit, for a B movie with a capital B, as opposed to again C movie, C.
I would
anyway.
give it a lowercase b.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's a big B. It's a great big B. I enjoyed it the first time I saw it, in as much as with all the guilty pleasure caveats and warning signs, I did enjoy it. But I like this kind of movie, and I thought it was actually very well done when I first saw it, and watching it for the second time, I still enjoyed it for all its faults and all its silliness, and it is silly. It's a lot of fun, and I like Crawl, and I enjoyed this, and for similar reasons. And I thought it was fun. It's dopey, it's silly, it is of its type. But if you like those kind of movies, and a lot of people do, I thought it was great. I mean, if you think of things like Sharknado, which I thought was awful, and I've never seen any of the other
Somebody
movies,
mentioned that
it's
earlier. So
way
like
better than
Sharknado.
that.
No, it's better than
Yeah,
Sharknado.
yeah, it's way better than that. Yeah, and so it's really good. And bad guys get their comeuppance in this and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I think the Great White is used deliberately, and I think it's well, I'm not going to spoil it, but the Great White is used in a very deliberate way.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed it. Now, but I had to see the home theater experience. I had to see this again. I could not just put this on the glasses and watch it in spatial audio. I
Right.
needed to see this properly. So got home, fired it up, on it went. And I think this is a really, really good home theater experience. This is Netflix, because this was a Sony movie, by the way. Sony
Yes.
intended for this to be theatrical, but then sold it to Netflix, which I think is a shame, but I get why. But
Yeah.
I think it's a shame. But it's a solid home theater experience. The
Oh,
video is really. I mean, it's a lot of murky scenes and dark scenes and that, but they do look good.
yeah.
And I think it's fine, well resolved. You're never kind of worried about what it looks like. I caught a couple of artifacts here and there, but only very, very sort of few and far between. And when there's smoke and water and rain and all that kind of stuff going on, and in a stream, it's always going to struggle with that. You'll say it's not a stream; the levee's broke. Anyway, so So anyway, it looks pretty good.
Your theater is flooded with entertainment.
Oh, what a good thing to say. You were watching it going H2O.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
We'll be here all
So
night.
apparently, Shane didn't show up for a production meeting earlier, and like we were building to this. Shane, he said this a few minutes ago in the chat. He's like, it's a must watch. As a home theater fan, absolutely, this is a must watch. If you have Netflix and are a home theater, it doesn't cost you anything more. You already have Netflix. You have a home theater. You need to see this movie. Leave your brain at the door. But it's entertaining as hell. It's like, I thought the characters, they do a good job of doing the over the top thing where you go, wow, that person is despicable. Oh yeah, they're gonna die. So, like,
and very
people
quickly too.
Yeah, and in the first 10 minutes who's gonna survive, who's gonna die, and it's like it goes that way. There are no surprises, and you're like, it's just that's the way it is. But you're there for the home theater experience of like they reenact a few deaths from Jaws. They do, they like right from jump. I was like, really? They didn't even wait. It's like, well, I saw that one. I remember which Jaws I saw that one. I remember how horrified I was when I saw it, and now it's kind of comical. But home theater wise, yeah, they didn't do any of this in Jaws. There were no big storms in Jaws. You didn't have the lightning. You didn't have they had the cityscapes. They had like looking out over the ocean, watching the storm come in, the lightning for it. It absolutely is a must watch.
Well, I'll be curious to see if Shane. Yeah, well, quite well. Shane with the Trinov and everything else going. I mean, the overheads in this felt like they never stopped.
Yeah,
you know, the overheads of the Strat, just constant rain, creaking of the house as the floods coming in. In the basement, you can hear everything above there, all the way around the room, and some really nice discrete effects. I think it's demo worthy sound wise. I would say for a Netflix movie, you want something that's going to keep going and work your speakers. This is the movie for that. Carl Ellsworth. Carl, if you're listening, you're going to love this.
I was thinking of Carl the whole time. Like, there we go. Overhead. It's like Steve at in the chat's like, he's like, I'd accept a demo clip, but that's about it. Give me Hurricane Heist.
No.
No. I got to agree with him. Hurricane Heist is a better home theater experience than this, but it's also physical media. It's Hurricane Heist that is an amazing demo worthy, like beginning to end Hurricane Heist. This is not, it's not that, but it's pretty for a stream. I was thinking this is a kind of Hurricane Heist. It's, kind of same thing, silly story, silly this, silly that, hurricane. But so I do see the differences. And Steve said it also it does cost something. It costs an hour and 26 minutes. So yeah, all right. It costs you your time. But as far as a home theater experience, it's like, I mean, it's got it all. It
has. Yeah.
But as a movie, it does not have it all.
I mean, I'll talk to you afterwards about I have a better ending as well, which when I saw it the first time, I was pitching to the other people I saw it with. And they were just like, really, Steve? Yeah, okay, Steve. Yeah, great, Steve. But I think I've got a better ending.
I didn't reach out to Tom yet. There was a line at the end of this. And then they do something at the end of this that I was like, all right, maybe too soon for people like Tom. So there's a line at the end of this because it's a hurricane that goes through Myrtle Beach. Okay. So it's basically going, what's that? South Carolina, I believe. So it's, it hits South Carolina which is a little further up the coast from Florida. Right. But at the end, it's like some survivors are like, where are we going to go? We got to be, where are we going to go to be safe? And one of them goes, I don't know, Florida. Which I'm like, after everything Florida's been through, I know they're trying to be funny, but I'm like, a little too soon, because there are people that like, and Tom being one of them has, lost his home in something like this. And it was like, there were some indiscrepancies in this. Like they're showing one, like where the levee broke and they'll show a car and it's got like water up to the windshield of the car. But then there's houses like second floors flooded. Like, how'd that happen?
There are definitely some goofs.
I'm pretty sure in Myrtle Beach, it's not like that could happen when it did happen in New Orleans. New Orleans is under sea level, right? So they had a wall, so that got flooded. I don't believe Myrtle Beach is like that. I don't believe Myrtle Beach is actually below sea level. And the wall was there just for the way, controlling. But I don't think it was like the way this flooded. I don't believe that's true. But that's not what this is about. It's not a documentary.
Jay says, so Thrash, top 5 home theater experiences of the year. It won't be top 5.
No, I don't think it'll make the 10. I don't think it'll make 10, but it is really good. And it's like, all right, here's a good question. Or at least it is to me. If you had to buy this, would we be raving as much? Really?
I'll buy this tomorrow if it comes out in 4K disc. Yeah. I enjoyed it enough to buy. I mean, you know what my sensibilities are like.
That's true. Sensibilities, because I like home theater wise, I'd buy it because of that, and you'd be like, okay, I'll try it, and I would give it that. But the movie itself, I'd be like, I'd have a hard time telling somebody to buy this just because of the movie. It's the movie part of it.
Yeah, depending on what movies they like. If you like Crawl, this is that movie with sharks.
I never saw Crawl, so that'll let you know how.
It's good.
Yeah,
it's good. It's worth seeing. Again, it's a bit
silly.
It's
like Thrash with alligators.
That's funny. You should say that.
Yeah,
Crawl is worth seeing, but again, it's a bit. The alligators don't behave like alligators. I mean, it's just not what they do. But it's fun. But here's my question for you then, Deej, based on what Jay just said there. Okay, so if you've got War Machine and Thrash we'll forget the movie for the moment. In terms of home theater experience, which one are you tipping is the better home theater experience?
Which one was that again? Sorry.
War Machine, so Alan Ritchson
War
special,
Machine.
or Thrash? Which one
Oh,
you go? Both
Thrash.
Netflix? Yeah.
Thrash. I would say
More
Thrash.
consistent.
I just think it's more consistent. Yeah, it's more like
I'd
Pacific
go with
Rim, right?
Mhm.
Where I think War Machine is good, but it is a good home theater experience, but I don't think it just doesn't lend itself to the same situation. I mean, this has not just the underwater stuff, which happens, which was weird. There were a couple, never mind. But it's the continuity is horrible. People are standing in the water up to their chest, and then they go underneath, and these sharks are swimming by, and you're like, if you were in water that's only 4 feet deep, you wouldn't see all the stuff that you're seeing under there. Like, it was like the shot underwater, and you see the person's legs, but they're looking away on a street, and you're like, all right, that's about 10 feet deep. But anyways, there's underwater stuff, there's hurricane stuff, there's thunder, there's lightning, there's action, there's all sorts of stuff. It's like I did think and it wasn't a gunshot, but later in the movie when one character shot a shark to save somebody, I thought that was a great sound for that weapon. I thought it was a great, and it was, I don't want to say it was a jump scare, but it was a great, like, you're like, all right, like, how is this going to happen? And it was, yeah. And it's set up ahead of time in the movie as well, right? Yeah, like steady your weapon and stuff that I thought was cool. So,
I really did enjoy it. As I said, I'll have this, if it comes out physically, it's mine. But I don't think we will, because Netflix have bought it. I don't think they're not about to.
It's rare they show up. So
yeah.
But
there we go. Very cool.
All right.
Very cool.
All righty then. Let's see where are we going. All right, we will start. I have. You want me to lead in with my couple?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
That I had. All right, I have. Let me pull them down here. So, where's the other one? Oh, there it is. Put that there. All right, so I have a couple to lead in to our final, and I'll just talk quickly. This one here, this one, here we go. Black Eagle from 1988. Here it headlines Jean-Claude Van Damme, but it wasn't. He was second billing to Sho Kosugi. And this movie here is like, I just came across it because I was looking through more of like, Sho Kosugi's, I can't say that name right, all his stuff. And I'm like, oh, Black Eagle. I remember this one. I don't think I saw it in the theater. Honestly, I don't even know if it was played in the theater here, but I do remember renting it. I remember seeing it and being like, oh, it's not very good. But it's like the movie is, you want to talk about a slog, okay? This one was a slog. This is more of a, it's more of a, so Kosugi plays a super spy in this, right? For hire by like the CIA, and he's supposed to be like, he's just like the best in the world. And they like literally one of the opening scenes is like, they had a guy to take care of what's going on here. So a plane goes down. They need to get the information out of the plane so that the Russians don't get it, and blah, 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 blah. So like they hire this one guy, and they're like, all right, he's going to go out. He's the special ops guy that's going to go take care of it. And they're like, is he the best? His superior's going, is that guy the best? And he goes, he's the best we got right now. He goes, well, who's the best? And they say Kosugi's character, the name, whatever it was. And he goes, well, get him. Well, we can't get him. You got to get him. I need him. Now, I want the best. No excuses. I need the best on this. So they bring him in, and, so the movie takes it. But there's not a lot of action in it. And it's more of like the spy situation and the back and forth between the Russians trying to beat the Americans and vice versa. And Van Damme is the Russians, like, heavy. He's the, all right, call him in. He's, he kills the main guy, the guy that was supposed to, do the job, and he failed. So they bring in Kosugi in. Great. All right, good. But this has, after all the ninja movies we've watched, this definitely has the best, I told you this before the show, the best choreography. in the fights that happen, and the battles between him and Van Damme are so good. Van Damme does a bunch of the, his splits where he like you go to
Signature moves.
Yeah, his signature move of split, go into the full split when you go to kick his head. But what I thought was great about it is like the choreography was so good that they're actually hitting each other, that you do see that, and they're so close when they do block and miss. They're like it's almost like Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee. Like they are going at it, and they, it's all choreographed, of course, but there's no go slow so the guy doesn't, or too far away, and they're like no wasted like backflips away for show. This is all like some pretty good stuff. There is at one of the final fights, it's like Van Damme's got a gun on him and he puts it down so he can fight him hand to hand. And then in the middle of the fight, right next to the gun is a 2x4, and he picks up the 2x4 and swings at him. Okay, so not the gun, but I'll swing at you with this. This was streaming on Amazon, and it looked really good on streaming for what we're dealing with all of the movies we've done on Blu-ray and 4K with the grain. This had it had consistent, nice grain to it. Not like that extra chunky that you get with the older movies and the dark scenes. This looked really good. The sound was stereo and upmixed, and the sound was decent. There's nothing to write home about. And then the other movie I saw, which was another one that was not very good. I'm doing a double take here. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this. Franklin enjoyed Black Eagle with me. He really enjoyed it. This is him watching the scene. You could see he's sitting there. He did. He was sitting close enough. He's watching, looking back and forth. That was a lot of fun. Here you go. This is the one I didn't tell you about. Rutger Hauer, Blind Fury.
It's been a while.
Yeah, and this is another one that is like, this is from '89, and this also is not very good. It's entertaining. It's supposed to be funny, but it is bad. It is bad. It's like, but he plays Kasui plays he's just the mentor at the beginning. He teaches him how to do everything that supposedly Rutger Hauer learns in this one. And this is I have on Kaleidoscape in HD with what was the audio on it? Same thing, Master Audio Stereo. And even this on Kaleidoscape, it wasn't very good. Like the grain in it was super inconsistent. It was not good. Like Black Eagle looked better streaming on Amazon than this movie did on. It wasn't very good. But I do remember watching this. I liked it when I was on. I like Rutger Hauer, especially after The Hitcher. And I mean, it's kind of funny at times, but it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. So, when was the last time you saw this?
Oh, in the 80s.
Forever. Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been when it came out. But I remember quite enjoying it, but I've never owned it. I mean, that would have been one from the video store. As in my parents had it, and it was like, oh, okay. And again, at that time, what do you mean? He fights people and he's blind. Oh my God, that's so cool. And then, but yeah, I remember it relatively fondly. But like I said, but it's not in the, the ninja oeuvre.
There's one part, like they've gotten away from the bad guys, right? They're running now. It's Rutger Hauer and a kid. Right. And it's like he's taking the kid to his father, who the father Rutger Hauer served with in Vietnam. And that's where he lost his sight and blah, blah, whatever. But anyways, at the beginning of the movie, the kid, he has to rescue the kid from the bad guys. They get on a bus. They're traveling across country. You haven't seen the bad guys in a while. The kid is trying to run away, I think, from Rutger Hauer or something, because he's like, he doesn't understand what's going on. He runs into a cornfield. After being away from the bad guys are in the cornfield. How the hell did they know to be in that cornfield? I was like, what the hell? Like, I hadn't seen them. They hadn't been hot on their tail or anything. It was just like, oh, look at this. They're in the cornfield too. It's like,
it was a different time.
Oh yeah, I know. and yeah, no red ninjas in the cornfield though, but.
Hey man, we're gonna see them again in Spider-Man: Brand New Day.
Yeah.
New poster come out today. It's got them on as well. So they are ninja.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I saw that. So
man, we've
All
shown
right.
them the way, Deej. We've shown them the way.
we have. All right. So those were how I wrapped up my ninja experience for the month. But this was taken in last week. And it oh yeah, I do have, hang on a second. I do have an image
You
for
got
this too. I have my own image for this. I don't know where it is,
Okay.
but I will find it.
Mhm.
And actually I have to find it and drop it in here. Did I take it? Where did I put it? Oh, there it is.
Oh
There
yeah,
it
got
is.
it. Yeah, there it is.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
There it is.
Okay.
Let me drop
So it all
that
comes
into
down to this.
this. Exactly. So here we go. You take it away. You started the month.
Okay.
We'll open up the end and finish with this.
Okay, yeah. So it all comes down to this then, and there is unquestionably part of me that when I started this ninja thing with that Canon trilogy that was on 4K, that knew I would end up here at the, in my opinion, and I think I might be the only person because it's been pretty much disowned even by its director, is the instant, inarguable classic. That is Ninja Assassin. 2009, I think.
Yeah.
It was. Let me see. Yeah, it is 2009. Okay. And produced by the Wachowskis. James McTeague directed it. He's the guy that did V for Vendetta. And it hit in 2009 when the idea of the ninja had long since sort of fallen out of fashion. But when I heard this was coming, I was instantly incredibly excited. And of course, it's got, we've lost Deej again, and it's got Sho Kosugi in this as well, albeit playing the older kind of mentor role and a bad guy. And he's in this. And then we have Rain. One word is the actor that plays this, who is absolutely fantastic in this. And I utterly love this movie. And again, I said before, in a way that is most unnatural. I have seen this film countless times. I dread to think how many times I've seen it. Probably more times than James McTeague, because I love this movie. This did what I had, the little boy in me back in the 80s when the ninjas thing first happened. This is the movie I dreamed about without realizing I was dreaming about this movie.
Well, I would say
It's
this is how
great.
we remembered the old movies.
Yeah.
Right? We
Well,
saw
not
this.
as violent though. You never kind of
Yeah.
realize what they could do with this.
Well, that's the thing. That's what made this movie so good. It was your image here. I mean, actually both images. The one here on Kaleidoscope, it's the same thing, but you have that weapon, but then like here you can see the chain. It's a little bit closer on this image here. But they demonstrate that weapon in great detail in the opening battle and everything. But the other thing is like not just the violence and level of violence and everything, but it's also the stealthness. This is what ninjas are meant. This is how ninjas are supposed to be portrayed. And it was like we just spent the month talking about all these old ninja movies that we loved. And it was funny because these movies made us do stuff and like research stuff and learn more about ninja and all that stuff and like the mystique of it and everything. And these movies had nothing to do with the mystique and the, how stealth they were. And they were assassins in, out. You never saw them, never knew what happened. This is the idea. This movie kind of really does that. And it's on a great scale. Right.
Yeah.
Like they can, I mean, the opening scene in this is fantastic. Or the opening,
style.
the sound, the home theater part of it. It's like, because this weapon is like, what is it? Like a 10 feet of chain. And he uses it to like, but it swings and moves around the room. And you're just like, oh, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, now I may not have said, of course, this is on 1080p Blu-ray, my version, of course, and in DTS HD 5.1.
Same thing on Kaleidoscope.
Yeah,
same
exactly.
thing.
So it's not in 4K. I don't think they'll ever do a 4K of this because it bombed in the theater. It just literally just bombed. They lost a ton of money.
I honestly don't think it needs it. It's good. I think it's
love
really good. I know, I'd love it, but it's very good as is. It's a great home theater experience as is, right?
Yeah.
And it's like even the black levels and everything. I mean, because there are deep blacks in this with the, the nature of the shadows and everything that the characters, in, and the stealthness and like they do. It would be interesting if they did do this in 4K with HDR or, God forbid, Dolby Vision and everything. There are some scenes where the characters move into the shadow and like literally disappear, and and they're like, "What? Huh? Where'd they go?" Like a way a ninja should go. What would happen if we had the great, HDR, and you're like, do they really disappear? Did they, they do a cut where they take them away, or how do they do that? It's because the blacked out ninja does disappear into the shadows. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it'd be a very difficult movie to master in 4K and do it properly for exactly that reason. But I think there's a lot of different elements in this. I think because the weapons, a lot of them are CG. I mean that the chain thing when it comes at the camera. I mean it's clearly CG.
Oh yeah. I hope. Otherwise, they lost some crew too.
Maybe that's why there's not been a sequel.
Gaffer down. We have a gaffer down.
No one to make the
there's
film.
2 of them now. We got 2 gaffers.
3.
Yeah, 3. His legs are over there.
Yeah, where is he? Oh, he's all over the place.
Yeah, he's all.
But no, it looks great, sounds great. The shurikens is kind of a machine gun. That all the way around the room. When you get the storm sequence, and again, that's just so well done. Where they're on the rooftop, and you've got the storm, and you can hear the lightning and the thunder, and it's all around. And then the rain you feel right above you. Yep. And then, of course, when he then sort of flicks the chain, and and it cuts obviously Shoko Sumi's face. It's all so well done, and it's just it's great. I honestly love this movie. I wish there had been sequels to this, and in fact, this is the one when we always say, what are the movies you wish there had been sequels to, and everyone always says Judge Dredd or Dredd, and rightly so, because it should have a sequel. This, for me, if I'm being selfish for a moment, for me, this is a movie that should have, could have, would have got sequel after sequel after sequel. I could watch this all day. I love this movie. And I like its humor. I like its tongue in cheekness. The violence is great. It's all so good. This was always going to be the culmination of our ninja season for me. And we're always building to this because I knew this is where I wanted to go, and another excuse to see this film and then talk about it, because we've never talked about it on the show before. It's never come up in conversation about anything else. I think it's great. And if anyone out there has not seen Ninja Assassin, and if you're like us and you love
like
these movies
ninja
from the
movies,
80s,
if you don't like ninja movies, you won't like this.
Then you'd be a bit weird seeing Ninja Assassin if you don't like ninja movies. But if you do and you haven't seen this, I genuinely recommend you go out and see it, and get it, rent it, buy it, however you see it. There'll never be sequels to it because, as I said, it didn't bomb. But these are the kinds of films we should support if they're great, and it is. And it's straight into it right from the beginning. I mean, it's just so well done. I love it, and I would like to meet James McTeague one day to just ask him about this film. I could talk to him about this forever. And I know he doesn't like it, and I know he's unhappy at the final result. I think there was some tinkering and some studio interference and various other things. So I know he doesn't like the result, but I do. And I'd love to talk to him about this. I think it would be fascinating. So there we go. But yeah, really cool. In fact, I need to ask John Thompson about it. He's bound to know James McTeague. I need to find out because he's British. So he's got to be here somewhere.
Do you think it could have got better traction if it had nothing against the actors that are in it, right? But do you think it could have, if it had a bigger name to it? As I like who plays the main character?
He's called Rain. He's a Korean boy band member.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I think he does a great job.
Yeah,
I think he does a great job. I think, I mean, the choreography in this is really good. I mean, it's better than Black Eagle. Oh yeah, he's ripped. He's everything. It's like the lighting on everything. All of this stuff. It's so well done for a ninja movie. I mean, Ninja Assassin is kind of redundant, but it's like assassin. Yeah, ninja, assassin. sniper shooter. It's like, okay.
Police cop.
Yeah, exactly. But I think maybe like if they had a bigger name to this, maybe it would be, you could do.
But I think
would it have taken off?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the studio bean counters will say, "Oh, that's what we should have done," and yet I think because of the story that's being told and this family thing and why it is and where he comes from, I actually think him being this unknown person plays into the story. I think that's what's so good about it. You've got no preconceived ideas. You don't think, oh, well, he's going to win, isn't he? Because it's Bruce Lee, because it's Chuck Norris, because it's Schwarzenegger or Van Damme or Statham. Oh, we know he's going to win because it's him. This guy comes with no baggage. And I think that plays into it really well. I like that it's like, you just don't know this guy. We don't know where he's from or what's happened to it.
I think they also wanted to have somebody reign of like Asian descent too, no?
Yes, yeah.
Like you don't want like a Keanu Reeves or something like that,
dude.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
a ninja.
Well, he can play. He can play John Wick, but he could. I mean, you get him ripped up. He could play this part too, especially. I mean, the hair and everything. He does it in John Wick. That's what made me think of it. But you don't want to have that. You wanted to be. But it's like if you had somebody in it that made it. I don't know, because I'm not saying like the acting in it. I don't think is bad at all. It's not. Again, we're not. If you're not into ninja movies, and all of a sudden you go like, what the hell are they talking about? We're forgiving a lot here, but this movie here is like, after all the ninja movies we watched all month, you're like, you don't have to forgive much in this one. It's just great.
Yeah, and Kasugi, and a word for Kasugi in this as well. I mean, he's like he's been chiseled from rock. All the wrinkles on his face, and he's evil as all hell in this. He's great. You can see he's chewing the scenery, and I think he's relishing this part. In every word he says is just dripping with horror and nastiness, and he's so good in this. This is his best role for me. And by the way, this was the last time he was before a camera, as I understand it as well. He's still around. He's still alive. But this was the last movie that he did where he essentially came out of retirement to do this. And you can see why, because it's such a good role. He's great. And again, it's not realistic, but it's not meant to be. It's all about this idea of this deception and all this kind of thing. Oh, it's so good.
That's what was fun about the ninjas. It's like, it was all like magic, like sleight of hand. Like that, everything's to get you to do something so that they can disappear. And that, like, he does it in one scene in Black Eagle. Like, he walks away from his CIA partner or whatever, and he steps away, and the guy's in the truck, and he steps away, and you know what he's doing. He walks away, and the car's about to go past. He goes, "No, I got this. I got this." And the truck goes past, and when the truck is done out of shot, he's gone. Like this, and that's the ninja thing, Obviously, Black Eagle wasn't about ninjas, but that's the idea. Like, they just disappear by sleight of hand, and it's like they do a ton of that in this movie. The weapons, everything, it's so good.
Yeah. Oh, I love this film. Love it. So yes, long may people discover this film and rewatch it.
Yeah,
and I can but pray one day we got a sequel, but we won't.
Or another good ninja movie would be nice.
Works for me. Maybe Spider-Man brings them back into the public consciousness.
I have to bring up this comment though, because it has come up this month. It has come up this month, and behind the scenes, we did talk about this. So Van Gool says in the chat, he's like, "Wait, no Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?" No, but I did bring it up to John and Steve. We were chatting about it. Not that we were going to talk about turtles in this, but this is part of this is how the turtles happened. I think I said that earlier in the month, right? Like, we start to see these movies, and then it's like the ninja theme, expanded into the comic books. And when you have Eastman and Laird, they start writing about ninjas, but in a different way. And they did the turtle thing. And what's funny is the turtles, if people don't know, like, the turtles in the comics were like mean. They were like mean and nasty. And then they when they did the cartoon, and then they did, the turtles got in the movies, they got a little bit more softened for public consumption. But the early turtle books, which were in black and white, these guys all of them were more like Raphael, right? And then even Raphael got softened for the later on, but they were closer to what we know Raphael is. But the idea of the turtles was ninjas and how like big ninjas became in the 80s. Because I think they started, Eastman and Laird started writing the comics in like 84 or something like that. 84.
Which would have been the heyday of these kinds of movies. Yeah, and the schlock.
Yeah. And ironically, I started reading them because we would stop. So I was going to RISD at the time. I was a freshman in high school taking classes at Rhode Island School of Design on Saturdays. Okay. They had Saturday classes for kids that were gonna, wanted to go there eventually and stuff like that. So we were driving down and I was going down with these 4 seniors were taking me, and we were driving down there on the weekends. Actually, they were juniors at the time. I did it for 2 years. Every now and then we'd skip. Okay. So I'm going to one of the most prestigious art schools in the country for art. And we're skipping art class and I'm going to Newbury Comics. And this is what I found was the Ninja Turtles. And it was and it was early. I was like, what are these? So that's how I found them, by skipping art class to go and it was just funny because I'm like, I'm finding art by skipping art, but that's how I end up meeting the Turtles. And this was, again, these are early editions, like when they first, and I don't have any of them or any of that. I didn't save them, didn't know, but yeah. Yeah, it's like, so here, Van Gool saying, I met Eastman in New Hampshire years ago. He was signing and stuff like that. So yeah, but yeah, it's that's that whole ninja thing and how it expanded it even into comics and stuff like that. Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's due a revival. We need them back. We want some more, please.
More
any budding filmmakers out there?
Yeah, not Beverly Hill Ninjas and not Turtle Ninjas. Bring us some good old-fashioned disappearing ninjas. Stealthy
with
ninjas.
All the violence that comes with it. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think we need to speak to Carl about this. I wonder if we can get him to write us a spec script.
yeah. Have him. I mean, he redid Red Dawn.
It's a matter of time. We can get him to do it. We can get him to work on a script for us.
And there's no reason you can't have a nice thunderstorm in a ninja movie, as was pointed out. So there you go.
Absolutely, they can bring the thunder.
Oh, speaking of which, I did think, Carl, in Thrash, they got the wipers going in there. There was one scene that had wipers similar to
Unhinged.
Mm-hmm. I was like, dum 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 dum. I was like, oh my God. Russell Crowe in this? Yeah. Oh yeah, he'll love that movie. He'll absolutely love Thrash. He'll pick the writing apart, but
well, it's written and directed by the same guy, Tommy Wordkler, I think it was, who's only got quite a limited following on Twitter. So I have reached out to him. I'd quite like to know a bit more about the sound design in that. I really would. So, don't be too harsh on it in case he wants to,
Well, we talked to Carl. It's like they don't, remember asking him, what do you think of the sound design? He's not, but he is interested in it as part of
But the guy that wrote it and directed it may well have some ideas on that. So
he directed it too.
Yeah, he did both.
So yeah, he will have something to do with the sound design then. Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to talk to you. So I've reached out to him. So we'll see what kind of comes from that. Right. So yeah, it could be interesting.
All righty.
Okay. All right. So I have got to be up in a bit.
Yeah. We ran late. I mean, it was worth it. Ninja talk.
Oh God. Yeah. Always.
All right. That will do it for this week. Wrapping up here. So thank you to everybody in the chat. Numbers were crazy early. I lost a few here because I dropped out and came in. So, but yeah, chat was going strong. Thank you everybody in the chat. Thanks to everybody that listens on Fridays too. We always thank the people in the chat, but our number, our listenership through the audio only is great too. Thank you very much for all that. I haven't looked to see if anybody's done any more 5-star reviews on iTunes or wherever else you can do them. We appreciate those. But we're talking about Mutant Mayhem. Yes, I definitely did that. I did that when it came out. It's crazy good for home theater. Like crazy good. Paul's asking about that. I talked about that a while ago. But yes, crazy good for home theater. So thank you everybody for that. And people buy. We are getting stuff on TeePub. I'm getting notifications. Oh, people are buying stuff here and there. Thank you very much for that. We don't really make too much. We don't make it really anything off of that, but it's great that because it gets the word out. If people don't know, like the shirt I'm wearing right now, I don't even know if you know this. These are called the coming and going shirts. So you got this here, and then it's also on the back as well.
Oh, cool.
So it's big on the back. They have shorts now. I'm wearing them. They have shorts, so it's on the thigh, and socks. So all of that fun stuff. Brightside Home Theater socks. So
Do you think we can get them to do us a ninja star with it on, Deej? Can we get that?
Possibly.
Done.
You make. I mean, look at what we can do with a donkey. So
Yeah, true. Yeah, you're in your theater. Someone's talking. Shut up.
Yep. Down in front. I kind of want to get that chain thing, so it's flop a head off.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's called a Man Rikagari chain, but I might be wrong. I'm pretty sure that's what they're
I
called.
think it's a more man ripped in half chain.
Yeah, that will try. Yeah, man.
Rikagari.
They are cool.
Yeah,
You wouldn't want to get anywhere near it, though. You wouldn't want to get anywhere near those things. Imagine trying to learn to do that.
Yeah, you. Yeah, the
How many
success
fingers have I
rate.
got? I don't know.
Yeah, none. Fingers. It's your head. You're gonna lose your head.
Yeah. Actually, maybe ask Fonzie how good she is at the.
Yeah, I
Maybe
mean,
that's what
I
happened.
did. I've worked with the nunchucks, as Greg the Awesome Ninja says, and it's like those aren't sharp and they're hard enough. Butterfly knives worked with that. It's learn on a single edge before you go to a double edge knife. Yeah, that weapon is crazy. But anyways, we could go on and on about that stuff. So, and yes, thank you. Thanks to all the patrons. Really appreciate it. Patreon support is great. And yeah, and if you aren't a patron and you have an extra buck lying around every month, $1 a month, that's all it is. And support the show. And if everybody did it, Steve and I could do this full time. John could quit his job and do this full time. If that isn't enough to get people to do it, I don't know what is. So, all right, that'll do it for this week. Till next week, you know what you gotta do. I gotta find the button. That's what I gotta do. There we go. All right, you know what you gotta do.
Go push play. What he said.
That's right.
Hey, Fred.
This has been a Hey Fred production with theme music by Jeff Bernhardt and Throne Vault Productions.